It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Gepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Ridden in the stars for Nicholas Bucco.
Oh my God! That's another one for my Bridget. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Dad, he did it!
Welcome to the men's RAA NPL here in South Australia. Round 21 coming your way here from Service FM Stadium here in Jeps Cross between Adelaide United and FK Beograd. 6th versus 7th. If Adelaide United win, they'll manage to jump FK Beograd today. If Beograd win, they'll be able to extend their lead in front of the Reds themselves. We'll go through the starting lineup, starting with the home side of Adelaide United. Number 19, Yaya Dukuli. Number 40, the captain and goalkeeper, Ethan Cox. Number 42, Austin Ayubi. Number 44, Ryan White. Number 54, Bailey O'Neill. Number 58, Harry Crawford. Number 62, Fabian Taladera. Number 65, Joey Garuccio. Number 71, Vinko Stanisic. Number 74, Amlani Tatu. And number 79, Fazo Kasumovic. To the away side of FK Beograd, in goal, number 1, Jamie Signorello. Number 5, Adam Leon Bruno. Number 7, Massimo Falco. Number 10, Anthony Trimboli. Number 11, Ninko Beric. Number 16, Alexander Banjak. Number 17, Jason Konstantopoulos. Number 19, Udai Koike. Number 20, the captain for today, Jared Clark. Number 22, Floribert Neonkuru. And number 23, Panagiotis Manadakis. Referee in the middle today, Eric Ford Sestilli, with assistant referees Nick Elligan and Jaden Benneman to guide us through today's match. And the voices to guide you through the match today, I'm Seb O'Neill, joined by my favourite Greek man in the world, Antonis Pagonis. Antonis, how are you today?
I'm good. You must not know very many Greeks. But good to be with you here today. You're my favourite Swansea supporter. So there's a compliment back. And yeah, very interesting game today. And last time I commentated the game with you, Adelaide United was involved, and I think that was one of the wildest games I've ever watched. 4-0 it finished against Para Hills Knights. Absolutely. Let's hope for something similar here today.
Of course, Adelaide United's first team now firmly into pre-season. 2 of the starters today featured off the bench, Harry Crawford and Ryan White against Blacktown City midweek in the Australia Cup as well. So did Yala Dukuli, scored against Blacktown. Austin Ayubi played minutes.
Game changer off the bench. He was involved in the 2 goals that separated Adelaide United from Blacktown. So he's definitely started to impress his superiors in the off-season, and he's got another chance today because Carl Vird's here, Ernest Favre's here, so definitely here to stake a claim in the locally, Austin Ayubi, as are all the other United players on the field. And as you mentioned, FK Beograd, well, their fate's in their hands. They've got the 6th spot in the last 2 rounds, 2 wins, and you're in.
Right towards the pointy end of the season now. Only 1 round to go across the men's leagues, with some games being very quite crucial. And some games around the ground today which will end up being quite important. Para Hills still in a fight for relegation, as are Adelaide Olympic later, who play against the already relegated South Adelaide. And then Metro also have the opportunity to win the league tonight against Adelaide City at TK Shuttle Reserve. That one at a 5 PM kickoff.
after yesterday's game perfectly set up the scene, because Modbury's loss has given the opportunity to Metro Stars to win the premiership today. Meanwhile, Adelaide Croatia, you'd think are safe from here. You just never know in this competition, but that puts pressure on Para Hills and especially Adelaide Olympic at 6 p.m. today. They're playing.
Here is Austin Ayubi, of course, formerly of Metro Stars.
Two former clubs are playing each other today, Metro Stars and Adelaide City.
Here's Yaya Dukuli down this left wing. He is offside. Of course, himself making a return back to Adelaide after a period in France with Stade de Reims.
He'll want to become a mainstay in the A-League side this year. Probably didn't go as he would have hoped for after coming back. Didn't get into that team as he would have hoped for. But again, when you haven't played regular football for a long time, you need to build back.
Especially.
Yeah, exactly. You have to build back that fitness, and I'm sure he's in the process of doing that right now. And performances like we saw in the Australian Cup show that he's come a long way. So we'll see how his A-League season goes, but still has a few weeks in our local competition first.
Koike. Beric. All the way back to Jamie Signorello, who seems to have displaced Josh Kavanagh in goal, so sporting the cap today on quite a sunny day.
Yeah, that's it. It's a big difference 24 hours can make with yesterday's drenched I was yesterday at Modbury, and today's lovely and sunny. And yeah, I think it's the opportunity Signorello got when Kavanagh went down with an injury. He's come in, he's played well, and he's earned this spot in the team. And again, FK Beograd's one of these teams blessed with plenty of goalkeepers. They've got 3 goalkeepers you can argue can play first team between Kavanagh, Signorello and Jokic as well. So that's a position they've always got some healthy competition in.
Ayubi is having to battle against Jason Konstantopoulos. Kasumovic does well there. Ryan White back with Kasumovic. Maybe goes back with O'Neill, who scored last week on this same pitch, as well as Amlani Tatu against Adelaide Comets. Couldn't get the win though in the end after being 2-0 up.
Very young team they fielded last week, and that's probably because of the Australian Cup. A lot of these players that you consider weapons in this competition have come back in your Austin Ayubis, for example. So again, it's a really strong team. We'll see how they go. But one thing that interests me a lot about the lineup today, mainstays at the back, John Paul Mbembe and Satiri Phyllis are on the bench today, and new partnership with Kasumovic and Stanisic, both very highly rated. And in these last few weeks, the club's maybe trying out a new partnership with 2 very promising young centre-backs. So looking forward to seeing how this goes. But yeah, very big sign of faith for those 2, and I'm really intrigued by that partnership.
Both teams having some players unavailable to play. Luki Ivanovic, their top goal scorer, not playing today. And Donny Natsiopoulos unable to play for FK Beograd today as well.
And those are 2 big outs, because I can very well make an argument that FK Beograd's rise up the table commenced when Antoni Natsiopoulos returned from his injury, even though they did very well last week without him against Modbury. Also, look at Jovanovic, easy to forget, he scored 2 hat-tricks in his last 2 NPL games, so that's also a massive out. They've got to find goals from elsewhere today, but again, we saw last week scoring isn't the problem, it's keeping them out. for a young side in Adelaide United.
They've scored 45 this season, but conceded 55. It's about an average of 3 goals a game, scoring 2. Of course, Luke Ivanovic, also their top goal scorer this season with 10, and those hat-tricks helping him to that total. Has already achieved more than last season's top goal scorer, Musa Toure, who only had 7.
And I guess that's the nature of the team as well. A lot of changes very often, in and out, national team appearances, A-League appearances. So it's a very busy season if you're an Adelaide United player. You'd be pretty nauseous by the end of it if you're thrown around like that.
Stanisic with the ball at his feet now. I think perhaps looking for Yaya Dukuli, but the pass just wasn't right.
Another thing about today, FK Beograd, Adam Leon Bruno, who's going to chase down the ball there, is at left back, and the usual left-sided player, Panayotis Manidakis, is playing in the midfield. So very interesting to see how that goes. And he's been a revelation for them since signing Manidakis last in the NPL with Adelaide Olympic. He's a very talented player.
What was the way you pronounce his first name? I'll do that from now on.
In Greek, it's Panayotis Manidakis.
Panagiotis. Panagiotis?
Yeah, it's a Y sound.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind from now on.
Same with Panayotis Kikianis in the Adelaide United A-League team.
O'Neill. Now with White, fresh off his first team debut midweek. Puts a lovely ball out wide to then be swung in, headed away, and then cleared out of the box. Not until Ryan White gets in the way himself.
He passed the ball to the other man that made his professional debut midweek. Harry Crawford is at wing back today. Again, we know what a weapon his crossing can be for this Adelaide United side. And you could see FK Beograd were very keen to cut that out before you got time and space.
Crawford has had a great season so far for Adelaide United. Been one of their standouts after last year, playing a lot of reserve football for the Reds. That one intercepted well. Dukuli. Just getting muscled off the ball there by Ninko Beric. Then Ryan White does the same. Ryan White with the ball over the top to perhaps offside Amlani Tatu, and is so.
You mentioned White and Crawford, how they've impressed this year. And we see that every year in that month off that the A-League players must have. Every year you see a couple of players stand up, and I think this year you saw more than usual. Because for me, Crawford and White were standouts, but so was someone like Joey Garuccio, who didn't have many minutes to start the season, but really made the most of that month. And he's rewarded with a starting position today, still with the A-League players coming back. So definitely that month helped rise his profile within the squad.
Konstantopoulos unable to keep the ball in play.
He's one of the multiple former young Reds in that team. A few you can see around the pitch. A good signing for FK Beograd. Did score last week against Modbury to give FK Beograd this opportunity to fight out for the top 6 in these last couple of weeks.
Garuccio with the touch on to Ayubi. Ayubi with the ball over the top, looking for Amlani Tatu. Gets the flick over. Might just need to finish. Takes the touchdown. Puts it in for Dukuli. Good opportunity there for Amlani Tatu, but decided to be unselfish with that one.
Yeah, it's actually, for me, very mature of Tatu, because you'd forgive a teenager for just blasting away there, but he knew that he wasn't set, he was going with his weak foot. It was an intelligent pass, but Yaya Dukuli just snatched at it and it went over. But again, good play by Adelaide United there. Well-balanced ball. Tata did well and looks very promising. But again, not opening the scoring quite yet there, Adelaide United.
Just an update from around the grounds. Nearing half-time at Regency Park between Croydon and Comets. 0-0 there still. And 10 minutes the same of us here over at Para Hills in Campbelltown. 0-0 over there as well.
Croydon need a win. As Tattoo is offside. Yeah, Croydon must win and hope that FK Beograd drops points here so they can move up to that top 6 spot. Instead, it's every game has an effect for somewhere on the table.
Here's Jared Clark wearing that captain's armband today in place of Andoni Natsiopoulos. One of the, I guess you could say, veterans of the squad, has international experience with Vanuatu. Most recently was away with them on the OFC Nations Cup, which they held in their home nation of Vanuatu. They got to the final against New Zealand. Unfortunately, didn't make the final hurdle against what was a very strong New Zealand side, as always, in Oceania.
Yeah, to make it there, though, you're the best of the race, I guess, in that competition. And Vanuatu hasn't always been that. So for them to take that step, especially in the tournament I was hosting in their country, is huge. And I think that's an experience that Jared Clark and other players will never forget.
Yeah, of course, wasn't the only representative over at that OFC Nations Cup. Had Rafael Leai playing for the Solomon Islands as well.
And a couple of other boys from Vanuatu that are playing State League 2 and State League 1 football as well. South Australia's become a bit of a hub thanks to Josh Smith and the work that he's doing with the Player Performance Project with these Pacific Islanders, and long may it continue because I think they add a bit of quality and character to our league.
I think the big example that shows out is probably Brian Kaltak. Exactly. Really the rise that he's had in really the past 2 years since being at Beograd today in State League 1, not even in the first division at that point, now being a 2-time A-League winner. Ball delivered into the box. Ryan White just misplaces the hit. Here's Tatu. No one can just seem to find an angle until Ayubi deflected off the foot of Massimo Falco out for the corner.
Yeah, he only played a couple of games, Ryan Kaltak, during the first NPL season under Damien Murray before going back to the Mariners after being fit. But that journey and what he's gone on to achieve would be inspiring so many of the Pacific Island footballers to take a punt for themselves, on themselves rather, and come and see what they can do in Australia. So time will tell how it develops, but it's great to see.
Corner goes short for Dukuli, then back out. Ball delivered into the box. Signorello able to catch. Falco. Beric couldn't get the pass to Konstantopoulos. The Reds back with possession now. Here's Dukuli. Looking for Joey Garuccio. Pass just a bit too in front of him. Curry. Now, Yaya Dukuli driving his way infield. Dukuli takes on the strike. Not a bad effort. FK Beograd are yet to really test to Ethan Cox in goal as of yet. Pretty much all the action's been down on this left side of the pitch.
Yeah, they've tried to play the usual game, passing game, but Adelaide's been very good at cutting it out, as you can see here with our pressure. And they force balls like that over the top, which Adelaide very easily reclaims with these two towering centre-backs back there. So they'll have to find a different way or try to force those errors from these two young defenders. But right as it is right now, as you said, Adelaide United is the team making the moves in their own final third.
Pass into the centre. Grucho's there on the edge of the box. Puts it wide for Tatu. Looks to take on the strike on his right foot. FK Beograd still move away with it. Tharko with the nice footwork. They get it down the wing to Konstantopoulos. And a brilliant defensive work done there by Amlani Tatu to win it back.
Had to work back there because both he and his fullback were caught up the field. Worked back to reclaim the ball from Jason Konstantopoulos.
Good connection from Ayubi to Dukuli, who puts the ball in himself. Easy strike and an easy goal to put Adelaide United 1-0 up.
Very good play there by Adelaide United. Very smart cut back from Yaya Dukuli. And finds Harry Crawford, the right back, who has edged himself into the box, and a fantastic finish. You can tell he's not a defender with that finish, can't you? And yes, he's one of those boys that's learning those backflips. Isn't as well adept at them as those Burundian boys, such as Amlani Tatu, but he's getting there, and if he keeps scoring goals like this, he'll keep getting opportunities to test them out. 1-0 Adelaide United.
At the Olympics or, or in a football match?
Wherever you get the opportunity, sir.
Adelaide United now 1-0. Just under 20 minutes into the match, which puts them above FK Beograd on the table and in those final spots.
And that's what we're talking about before with that Yaya Dukuli getting those minutes. It's not just about being match fit, it's also the sharpness in your brain, your football sense. No, I'm not going to blast, I'm not going to just cross it. I know that my teammate's making that late run into the box and I can make that intelligent cutback. And Harry Crawford did not disappoint there.
And as we get one goal here, we get another goal over at Croydon. And they have scored themselves against Adelaide Comets 4 minutes into additional time of the first half there, which looks to put them up 1-0 at the half-time break. A very interesting scoreline developing there as well.
It's, again, Comets are a team that have shown they can fight back as Adelaide United go on the march here. Yes, Comets are a team that can come from behind, as we saw last week. They'll be hoping that continues today, already 1-0 up against Croydon. But, you know, desperation can do some crazy things, and some teams have been very inconsistent, can find their form, as we've seen in Adelaide Olympic, and Croydon will be hoping that's them.
Well, we had Modbury last night. Looks like, at the moment, Croydon today. We've still got Metro and Adelaide City later. Do I dare say? Chaos is all I call for, Antonio.
Exactly. You haven't even mentioned the relegation battle that we've got at 6 p.m. today with Olympic desperate for a win against the relegated South Adelaide, and South Adelaide are very keen to drag them down with them.
Taladera gets it out wide to Amlani Tatu. Has to go against Leon Bruno. Leon Bruno makes the challenge. Then on the edge of the box, the strike's taken. Jared Clark now with it. Ball going out of play. And an FK Beograd throw.
You mentioned Fabian Taladera back from national team duty. He is one of those players that signed a scholarship contract, so I think we're going to see a bit of him in the A-League this year. Not sure in what role yet. He is a flexible player, can play in the middle of the park, can play out wide on the left. And again, that probably helps Carvid make that decision for that scholarship contract, because he's a player he can use in multiple different roles if he needs to in the A-League.
Banjak. Good pass through the centre. Trimboli. Konstantopoulos. Puts it out wide for Falco. Ball comes into the box. Goes out of play for the corner.
Much more promising there from FK Beograd, and you could see when you're aggressive, you can force those errors. We saw, I think that was Stanisic, unsure if to go for the ball there or not. You need to see a bit more of that from FK Beograd, especially a goal down. You just got to attack them to force those errors, and they've won a corner as a result.
Corner taken in short. I'm not sure whether that was a shot or a cross in the end.
Yeah, I think it was played just slightly behind him, and he was hoping, Manidakis was hoping that was going to be played into his stride, and just snatched it and didn't trouble Ethan Cox at all.
Ayubi. Curry just getting in the way and winning the ball as they look to go forward quickly. Ethan Cox going for the header.
Very practical keeping there from Ethan Cox. Have to get that right when you make the decision on the goalkeeper, and he got that just correct. Not easy to do that when you've got Anthony Trimboli just charging down at you, but got the crucial touch. Given away there from Adelaide United.
Just looking at the State League 1 as well today. 0-0 around the grounds except for at Sturt and Western Strikers. West Sturt are 1-0 up against an already relegated Western Strikers. Other than that, 0-0 at Victory versus Cumberland, Fulham versus Burkalla, and Blue Eagles versus Cobras, with Vipers and West Adelaide played later, as well as Playford and Salisbury United. That one another extremely tight competition where pretty much, well, not pretty much anyone apart from the relegated two can still make finals.
It's a crazy competition. It seems to be the case year after year, but also close at the top this year with both Burkalla and Playford level 1 points advantage Playford, but we'll see. We've got 2 rounds to go.
Adelaide United happy with the ball at the back. Happy to just pass it between themselves. Ayubi. Back with Stanisic. Three of our top divisions in South Australia can be decided today. The WNPL can be decided this afternoon when Adelaide Comets play Burkalla. If Comets lose, then the title goes the way of West Adelaide in State League 2. I think if Pontian beat Mount Barker and Adelaide University lose, Pontian are then promoted. And then, of course, this afternoon Metro have Adelaide City, in which if they win, they win the title again. Here's Konstantopoulos through the legs of Stanisic. Might just have to go himself against Ethan Cox. Takes on the strike. And a good save from Ethan Cox.
Good play there from Jason Konstantopoulos. Very confident. Straight through Vinko Stanisic, but Ethan Cox stands strong between the sticks to make save. And quick corner here.
Headed downwards only to Joey Garuccio. Plays Ducouli through, but he'll just go out for the Adelaide United throat.
You mentioned Metro Stars being able to get the premiership today. Huge effort after losing both Austin Ayubi and James Tomakovsky. It's been such an even season. But again, they all want to take it a step further after being eliminated in the semi-finals last year. They've got the R's in the championship. But I have a lot of competition for that this year, because I think there's any of the 6 teams that make it feel they're a genuine chance. Some deliberation there about who's throwing. It was going to be Eric Fort-Sestilli pointed to Adelaide United, and Ninko Beric handed the ball back to Harry Crawford quite aggressively there. And
right into his chest.
I think that was a bit lower than his chest, I reckon. But yeah, I think that was the conversation Eric was having with Beric, but no harm done. We're back underway.
Stanisic getting plenty of the ball in these early stages in the back line. Here he is again.
One thing that Beograd have done well, both Stanisic and Kasumovic love those diagonal balls. They've limited that, but those open up those balls here to Ryan White, and he's been able to play that ball there.
Here's Tatu, able to keep it in play, but committing the foul and gives away the free kick.
Yeah, they've dared them to play those diagonals from time to time, but because the space has been very narrow, both Kasumovic and Stanisic have played it too wide, and Beograd have reclaimed the ball. But you could see there, Stanisic teased that diagonal before playing the short in the middle of the park, breaking the line to Ryan White, who eventually did play the diagonal to Tatu.
Signorello to take this free kick. Okay, trying to use the footwork to get through. Taladera. Stanisic. O'Neill. Back with Vinko Stanisic. To Taladera in the midfield. Touched on by Garuccio. Now to Cooley. Taladera just goes back. There's a Kasumovic now. Pass just in front of Ryan White, and now FK Beograd will try and counter. It's Ninko Beric on that far side. Has to go against Harry Crawford. And Crawford doing well. Amlani Tatu gets the touch and puts the pass in front of Crawford, which Jared Clark is able to intercept. Beograd look forward again. Perhaps just getting a little bit stuck in that corner. Still staying in play. A real battle happening over there. Until referee calls it back for the foul on the free kick, which is taken quickly.
I think Austin Ayubi knew exactly what Konstantopoulos was trying to do there, because it was on the other side of the pitch. Ayubi was trying the exact same thing, so he started attacking the house to win the foul there off his counterpart. As Adelaide United restart here near the halfway line.
White. Taladera. Garuccio looking for Ayubi. Good footwork there from Taladera.
bit too far there. Again, a smart pass by Kasumovic there to set him up for that. Again, feigning to go long before releasing his midfielder.
Here's Garuccio again. Ayubi. That one cleared all the way to pitch 3 here.
I think there's a kid out the back there doing penalty practice. I've got an extra ball for it now.
Austin Ayubi just getting hassled by both Neon Kuru and Banjak. Free kick gone quickly, looking for Ducouli, which is then cleared promptly enough. So we'll continue on with the throw-in. Really nil to take. Ayubi against Neon Kuru. Now looking to make his way forward. The strike from Konstantopoulos. He can't get through a wall of bodies.
He's got to be very cautious there at Adelaide United, because that's how quickly it can change. Just a loose touch there at the back. Konstantopoulos pounces on it and goes driving at your defence. And another time, that could be a goal. But Adelaide United charges on here with Ryan White.
Makes the pass through for Ducouli, just behind him though, intercepted. Fair battle there between Falco and O'Neill. Ball over the top through the middle for Garuccio, who is offside.
That left side of Adelaide United has done well to limit Massimo Falco. He's usually a very big effect, be it from right back, be it on the wing. We know that he's got a massive tank and can go all day, but Adelaide United has been able to limit his influence. And he's been getting on a score sheet recently as well. Of course, opened the scoring last week against Modley Jets.
Ducouli. White looks for Ayubi over the top, is onside, but Neon Kuru still battling for it. Was called offside in the end. Banjak.
You can see him in the dark. He's dropping very deep to pick up that ball. As Jared Clark wins foul against Amlani Tatu.
Ball goes out of play. Konstantopoulos gets the ball out wide. The strike's taken. Amlani Tatu getting in the way. And then cleared back out by Harry Crawford.
Good thought there by Ryan White, just a bit too much on the execution.
Manjack looks long, only gets to Ethan Cox. Another score update from around the grounds at Regency Park. They've just come back from half-time, and Jaden Labasa has equalised the match to make it 1-1 between Croydon and Adelaide Comets there.
Just another player that's been finding his scoring boots lately. Got a couple last week. Manages to get one back from Croydon here. As Adelaide United gets through with Harry Crawford.
Ball comes in the centre. Garucho looking for the flick back. Will be chased down by Yaya Dukuli. Couldn't be kept in play. Just looking at the live table, that means Croydon are out of the top 6 for the time being. Adelaide United in that 6th spot at the moment, with Adelaide City on equal points as well. Beograd's turn to get forward now. Will head out for the corner. Ball whipped in at the back post. Headed away by Kasumovic. Ball comes back into play.
Three players there for Monday Dax' crossfield ball, and I don't think there was any communication going. If there was, they wouldn't have gone up for their header. They would be able to take it down, control it, and play with it out wide there. As you can see, Ethan Andrelli very animated about something on the bench with the assistant as play continues with Ayubi.
Here's Ayubi, looks to take on the strike himself, but easy for Signorella to catch. Just over 5 minutes until the half-time break. Antonis, what have you made of this half so far?
I think it's played out as I expected, that Adelaide United will have the majority of the play, but this is what FK Beograd can do here.
Trimboli entering the box, putting the ball in right at the penalty spot, cleared away off the back of Beric, who looks for the wide option. Koike tries to flick on. Dukuli.
They can harm Adelaide United in transition. It's just about the final execution, and here's another invitation to do just that.
They do not want you to talk, Antonis. Ball now with Trimboli. Looks to take it from range. It's a poor shot.
Yeah, and again, what I was saying is you'll get those opportunities against Adelaide United, but it's just about how you convert when you get there. And if Anthony Trimboli had his time again, probably he would have charged, tried to drag out some of these Adelaide United defenders to play a teammate in. But again, the chances will come. It's a young side. They'll make mistakes. Adelaide United, we know they can score, but they'll offer you chances. You just have to take them. They haven't been able to do that quite yet. Ethan Cox, I believe, only called upon once for a save on Konstantopoulos. They'll want to improve that. I feel like they've held up quite well defensively, if you don't count that goal, which was an excellent move from Adelaide United. But just have to do damage the other end as well.
Pass played a bit too nonchalantly, but United still get away with it. With Osano Yubi on his close side. Goes out of play for throw. Still 0-0 over between Para Hills Knights and Campbelltown as they near the half-time break.
Last time those two played each other, finished 2-all, but Parry Hills took the lead twice. And they need a lead today.
Jared Clark just standing and defending quite strongly.
He did very well, Jared Clark. Just couldn't advance with another Darkest in the restart.
Here's Falco. Kuru. Panagiotis Manidakis.
Got it.
Beric back out wide. Beograd would love an equaliser just before half-time. Adelaide United might have something to say for that themselves as they try to look forward as well. Maybe just slowing down the plate. Happy to take it all the way back. Another update from around the grounds over at Regency Park. Croydon have retaken the league against the lead, sorry, not the league, against Adelaide Comets, meaning 2-1 there in the 53rd minute. FK Beograd thrown out.
Might have to announce these score changes on the PA or something to add another level of spice to these games.
Maybe for final round next week. To the final minute of regular time now. Austin Ayubi has Yao Dukuli on his left and right in front of him. Gets it to Dukuli, made the run in behind, who then gets it back to each other. Intercepted there. Ayubi couldn't get the pass off. Here's Koike. Manidakis.
See, Constantopoulos frustrated on the far wing because he was out there, but the ball never came. I don't think a glance even came his way.
Yeah, he's out there by himself at the moment, really. And Crawford just coming in now to make sure he can't get the ball too easily, although Constantopoulos is there making the run in behind. Crawford intercepts.
Just unlucky there because that rebounded off him, so it will be Ethan Cox's ball. And referee's discretion now, 45 minutes in.
FK Beograd yet to really show what they've been capable of this season. Garuccio, Ayubi takes it wide. Tattoo's there.
Fantastic play for Adelaide United. That whole team move started from that goal kick, moved very swiftly and smoothly through the pitch, and just the final execution lacking there. But Beograd can't afford to give those chances away, especially at this time with the final attacks of the half.
As we said, just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle now for half-time. Adelaide United looking to head into the sheds at a 1-0 lead.
Not too many stoppages, so I don't think we'll have too much longer.
Tattoo. White. Back with Amlani. Tattoo through for Garuccio. Could this be the second? Perfect finish from Joey Garuccio just before the half-time whistle blows.
It's the worst time to concede, isn't it? Because you feel, okay, we're 1-0 down, we'll go in, we'll restructure the way we do a couple of things, we'll grab one more goal, we're back in it. Now, road back gets that bit harder Adelaide United did take a 2-0 lead last week, though, much earlier with a younger team, but it's possible. But again, it's just an awful time to concede. And Adrian Deloyer would not be pleased at all with conceding in the last attack of the half, because before the Adelaide United players even made it to the halfway line, Eric Fortistilli blew for half-time, and literally the last touch of the half was Joey Garuccio putting it past Jamie Signorello for 2-0.
Joey Garuccio and Harry Crawford making the difference so far in this one. 2-0 the scoreline of the home team. What do you think the feeling will be like going back in the change rooms for both sides?
Again, sadly, you know, we're very happy they got that second goal, because it makes our team talk that bit easier. Okay, what we're doing is working. It's much easier to continue the positives at 2-0 up rather than 1-0. But yeah, I think FK Beograd will be a little bit deflated. You can see captain is not playing, Andoni Natsiopoulos trying to get their heads up, but it's the worst time to concede. Again, especially when you're a goal down already, because the way back just looks that bit longer.
Half-time here at Service FM Stadium. Don't go anywhere. Still another 45 to be played, but half-time score. Adelaide United 2, FK Beograd 0.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Welcome all to the Summit Sports and Recreation Centre for round 2 all to Campbelltown. They lost 2-0 at home to Modbury last weekend, so that put a little stutter in their course for the last couple of games of this season. But a big game like this away from home.
And they'll go up to 6. They'll leapfrog Beograd and Croydon, who have both got 25 points.
We're underway here. That's Jovanovic and Ayubi leading the line for Adelaide United. Of course, we've got a couple of other ins this week. Johnny Yule tackling with the eye now. And it'll be Stanisic to come away with it. Another poor giveaway that time to Gutierrez. What a great save from Ethan Cox there.
Fantastic save, but what a strike from Gutierrez as well. The ball just broke to him. Just
time in that wing, and they're still battling it out. And still stays in as well. Crawford might get a second opportunity. He's gone past him. finds Jovanovic into the box, left-footed strike. Luka Jovanovic, 7 goals for the season now, and that's why he's the leading marksman for our Adelaide United.
That was a great strike to the far post, wasn't it? Curled in, we had a great angle of it, didn't we? Curled it into this to that far post and beyond the reach of Oxenham, and that is a hell of a reach that he's got too. So to beat him there, fantastic shot.
They always go short from corners, so now it's Yule, edge of the box. We've seen him crack it from here. It looks like it might have got a deflection out for another corner, but he was looking for another screamer there, Johnny Yule. Here's Crawford with an excellent ball to Garuccio. He's found his way in behind. A rock's almost there. Just past the post from Garuccio, though.
Little stab with the left foot. It was a toe poke, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that got away from him there, and obviously he's just had the little bit of extra speed to get on the end of it, and both teams have been playing to the conditions quite well. Now it's Leai, edge of the box, his first strike and goal. Left-footed strike that Cox has claimed, who's near. Goes far post for Dorban now. Great save, though, from Cox. He stayed on side as well. I'm sure the Adelaide United backline were wondering how he got away from them all. And top scorer at this venue for visiting teams. In the NPL at least. But he's obviously scored here on two occasions. And these days, Garuccio's now crowded out by Adelaide City numbers. But he's done enough pressure to win it again. It's Luka Jovanovic going one way then the other. Enough time to shoot. He hasn't. And the referee's pointed to the penalty spot.
I don't think that. I'm surprised at that. Look, all respect to the ref. He's made the decision. He's not going to change his mind. But
almost a save there from Dakota Oxenham, but it's found its way into the top left corner. It's 2-0, and that's 2 for Luka.
Yeah, Oxenham a bit upset with himself. He did get a hand to it. Good goalkeeping, and he's a big guy. He'd be hard to beat from anywhere, I think. But Oxenham a bit unlucky. Got a hand to it, not quite enough to push it out to the side. And
for Adelaide United now. He's got Garuccio coming with the overlap. He's going to float it into the near post, far post. It goes to Yaya Dakuli with a tap in on his left foot. And as we just mentioned, Luka Jovanovic loves this venue. No one loves him more than Yaya Dakuli. 3 goals in 3 years, David.
Wow. Oh, what a celebration. Look, I think that might just be it for Adelaide City. I think they've really struggled to try and be clinical up front, and now they find themselves 3-0 down. And
Booker now sets to deliver in a dangerous spot. What a save from Ethan Cox. As well on the broadcast as well, they did mention. Oh, sorry, there's Luka Jovanovic has nipped that one in. Looking to find somebody, or he's going to go for a hat-trick. He might. Luka Jovanovic! There it is, 3 for the man, 3 for the number 9, and that's back-to-back hat-tricks for Luka Jovanovic.
Fine finish, and Adelaide City backed off again. I mean, this is what they were doing, this is what I was talking about before. They sort of backed off and they let him come through, and I thought he was going to play it across the face of goal, and maybe City did as well, but in the end he's had a shot that's beaten Oxenham from a fairly tight angle, but yeah, they just backed off and gave him the freedom of
Barker. It's not too rural compared to a couple of other games that play in rural venues, but it's only about 25-30 minutes from the city, and anything east side as well. So another big game here at Mount Barker. Adelaide United that finished 4-0 win over Adelaide City, with the highlight being, I'm sure you can't take the man of the match away now from Luka Jovanovic.
The Matildas are on fire, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough.
Welcome to Kilburn Sportsplex. For Football SA's broadcast, they're led out by tonight's referee, Mark Padros, and the assistant referees are Noah Dempsey and Mark Dempsey. Both teams are in their... just waiting on the whistle, and there it is, and we are away. Early touches for the back line, and maybe get an early shot away, a chance for City. West Adelaide trying to clear. It's come out to Atkins. Just wide. Good start for City. Is this a chance for Burns to get onto the ball? Abby Burns Abby Burns comes into the shot. She can take a shot. Burns, excellent save. It comes to Blackett. It's a goal. It's a goal for Nicole Blackett. And who better to score the opening goal in the WNPL at Kilburn? In the minds of all of West players. But they're under pressure now from Dorber. Dorber might equalise. She's done really, really well. That's a tremendous goal by Chelsea Dorber. Pete is ahead of her. Gray wants to get it into Guajardo. It's a good ball. Pete! It's just wide. Macaulay wants to get it up onto the attacking left. And that's where Guajardo is, who's swapped with Seaton. Guajardo! It's coming out to Burnett. And Gray tries the shot. No problem there for Leon. Johns is overlapping. Macri decides to go forward and get it to Burnett. Burnett! Good save, Lucas. Good move by West, though. But Noto, her ball's only found Guajardo here. Guajardo will go the shot. Noto, oh, she had to dive in the end. Now Pete and McFarlane are there. Takes on Burnett. It's a good ball through. Dorber goes the shot. Saved by Noto. Here's Hodgson for West. Gets a good cross in. And it might come out to Mitchell. But it's blasted wide. It's back with Hodgson. Mitchell gets it inboard. That's a nice ball. Blackett. Nicole Blackett. Oh, yes. It's a classic Blackett goal and she gets her second and West are back in front. Macri's onside here. And Mullen is bursting in the middle. It's the first time ball. Mullen! Great move, West. Abby back inboard. But, oh, it's come through to Pete. The flag stays down. Nora Pete! Straight to Noto. Johns. That ball. Blackett is there. Nicole Blackett. Is this the hat-trick? Blackett! Saved. Costanzo puts it back inboard. Away by Gilchrist. But now it's with DeCola, who's onside. DeCola, that's a really good cross. Macri pitched away by Lucas. But still, the ball's still pinballing in the area. And now it's a shot from Mullen! Mallory Mullen makes it 3-1. DeCola tries to get it inboard. Burnett, that's a good touch. Mullen! Saved. It's going to be another West corner. And City on the march again. There's the ball for Hodgson. Hodgson is onside. Emily Hodgson, will she go the shot? She squares it. It must be a goal, and it is. And that's another really good ball from Johns to Blackett. Blackett, Macri sprinting in, so's Mullen. Still Blackett. Gets the cross. No, she goes for goal and gets her hat-trick. Nicole Blackett makes it 5-1. Guajardo looking for a late consolation. Guajardo goes the shot. It's a great shot. It's a great goal by Valeria Guajardo. Remaining. Macaulay with the clearance. And that is the final whistle. A fantastic win for West Adelaide here at Kilburn. A great way to mark this historic occasion for the home side.
As here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
Sinclair up the double. There's the backflip. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
Welcome back for the second half here at Service FM Stadium as referee Eric Ford-Cecily gets us back underway between Adelaide United 2-0 up against FK Beograd. Antonis Pagonis, Adelaide United scored a late goal in that first half to give them that 2-0 buffer. What do you expect FK Beograd to come out with?
Late's an understatement. It was literally the last touch of the half, and at this point for FK Beograd, you don't have much to lose. You have to take the game on. You have to make it hard for Adelaide United. You've got to take advantage of the natural complacency that will come with that scoreline for a young group. The game's still alive, but FK Beograd need to play their part in that. They can't be conceding anymore, and they need to make Adelaide United hurt when they get the opportunity to do so.
Adelaide United might look to cause some hurt of their own as this cross comes in and just goes straight out. Of course, the last meeting between these two sides at One Solution Park ended 2-2 with a late Luka Jovanovic penalty against his former side.
The damage today, but
well, not on the pitch, he is here.
Yeah, I was going to say he is here to watch the two teams he's played for, FK Beograd and Adelaide United. Affinity for both of them, obviously.
Konstantopoulos enters the box, has to go against Crawford. He'll win the corner off of Fazo Kasumovic.
That's much more positive. 2 minutes in. Took him a while to have an attack like that in the first half. You can already tell that they're going to give it all of the dice, and Konstantopoulos collects his ball and he's going to take this corner.
Corner swung inwards, punched away. Got a foul on Ethan Cox, who seems to have swapped hats with Jamie Signorella. He's gotten rid of it. Ethan Cox has said, "Thank you very much, I'll take it."
Well, you work here, Seth. Do you provide them for goalkeepers there when the sun's in their eyes?
I don't think so.
Put their sponsor's name on top of something?
Koike looking on the edge of the box there.
Well tackled by Stanisic to win that back.
Here's Amlani Tatu. Looks for the wide ball. Didn't have enough on it to get to Yaya Dukuli. Kasumovic. Ball over the top looking for one of today's goal scorers. Harry Crawford puts it in for the other. Dangerous attack there that was for Adelaide United.
Yeah, and I think Carucci was expecting a run in behind him, but the next available run was from Amlani Tatu on the wing, further bit away, and Beograd was able to turn that away from a corner. Still a dangerous situation, but that would have easily been free there if someone was on the same page as Carucci.
Ball delivered at the back post, but Neon Kuru's there. Looking for Konstantopoulos. Now Jared Clark, the Vanuatu international. Neon Kuru. Konstantopoulos. Beric. Just being pressured by Fabian Taladera. Attempted to be muscled off the ball as well. Konstantopoulos just switches the ball back out. Needs to win it though, and does so. Now they'll look forward. Ball through for Koike. Good interception to prevent Udai Koike from taking on that strike.
And well done, Alex Banjak, there to win that 50-50 ball after that switch of play and to drive forward and to play ball into the box for his midfielder. So you don't really see that much from a central defender, and wins his team a corner, where it could have very easily been a goal as well.
Corner coming in. Just heads in at the back post.
Ethan Cox is asking the question here. He feels he was fouled like just before, and the linesman just put his flag up and wants to have a chat. And I don't think the Beograd players have realised yet because they've all set up.
Very important decision needing to be made here.
No
goal.
Well, look, he paid a foul on Ethan Cox about 3 minutes ago. The exact same thing happened. So if you believe that first one was a foul, then this should be a foul as well. Now, it's a conversation if you believe it is a foul. FK Beograd obviously believe it wasn't, but when it comes to consistency, the same, I guess, end result has happened. But yeah, it's a matter of interpretation here. Yeah, Beograd are feeling aggrieved not being a goal back here, and they do need that goal.
I think that's the best way you could have put it, Antonis.
And it's been Ninko Beric both times on Ethan Cox, and it's obviously a plan they've got, but it's resulted in 2 fouls, so I think they might have to ask clarification to the referee what can Beric do and what he can't, and to ensure the referee keeps an eye on that, as Adelaide United invite Beograd to attack here. Miscommunication between Cox and Kasumovic, and Adam Leon Bruno throw in.
Yeah, they've sort of just applied pressure themselves these early moments of the second half, Adelaide United. They've already conceded more strikes than I think they have in the first half already. Ethan Cox been challenged quite a lot more compared to that first half. We'll see a foul there.
They'll get to deliver the ball into the box now if they choose to do so. And again, they're doing their job. They might not be on the scoreboard, I guess, with the goal that counts, but they're applying the pressure. You could see with a moment before, Adelaide United is feeling that pressure, and you just have to take the chances now. Being kind of dark is his left foot here.
Play on, says the referee. Neon Kuru, good challenge in there. Here's Tatu. Clark commits the foul.
Asking the question there, Fabian Taladera, about that early challenge not being a foul, but play answers the referee. But you can see Beograd's applying this pressure now. They feel like there's a way back into the game, but this is what they have to look after.
Here's Tatu. Just didn't have enough on the hit over to get it over the line. And now FK Beograd counter through Ninko Beric, making his way down the left wing. Gets past Ryan White. Ball comes in there. And again, Ethan Cox just being tested.
Got to be aware of that, FK Beograd, because it can change that quickly. You can have all the attack, but a moment like this that we saw before with Amlani Tatu can spell game over.
Well done by Ayubi initially there, still with the ball. Loses out then. Here's Taladera. Possession given away as he enters the box. Taladera looking for Ayubi. Tatu on the left foot. Just gets the hit wrong.
And they allowed them a lot of time and space in the edge of that box. And I could argue Amlani Tatu could have swapped it on his right foot with the time he had there. Got to be very careful. And here they are in the attack, Beograd.
End to end at the moment. Here's Konstantopoulos. Gets it to Koike, although not reaching him.
There seems to be a bit more of a spice to it this half, definitely.
Here's Jared Clark, their captain for today, in place of Andoni Natsiopoulos. We did see just consoling his teammates as they headed into the change rooms at half-time.
There's one that I wishes who could be out there today, and we know what a difference maker he can be. He's missed a bit of football this year, but every time he's been on the pitch, he's been a difference maker. And here's Adelaide United.
White puts it in. Banjak does well.
I think he's had a good game, Alex. expand, Jack.
Ninko Beric and Fabian Taladero just having a bit of a confrontation behind play as well. New corner for United. Updates from around the grounds. 10 minutes left to go at Regency Park. And Croydon are still 2-1 up against Adelaide Comets. And at the Paddocks, still 0-0. Just over 5 minutes into the second half between Para Hills and Campbelltown.
I believe that going back to that goal for Adelaide United, FK Beograd, the disallowed goal. The first one was a foul. The goal was disallowed by offside. The linesman's flag was pointed for. Two different situations. That kind of explains the decision-making of the referee.
Now, Konstantopoulos has kept this one in play. Amlani Tatu coming back to do his defensive work, and again, doing so brilliantly to come back. And then just making the mistake there. Manadakis. Ethan Cox able to capture. Quickly rolls the ball out to Ryan White. Tatsu tries to touch it on for Ryan White until Jared Clark gets in the way. Over the top, I think he'll be offside though.
Just went slightly too early. Trimboli would have wanted the ball there a couple of seconds earlier to find him on his stride.
IUB chest down, Koike tries to win back and commit the foul in the process. And so these later stages of the game, both these sides have good weapons to use off the bench. Adelaide United with the likes of Jake Porter, Malwal Nicola. Two probably at least standout names for me. For the Adelaide United bench, Craig Shearer, Maxim Ivanic also for FK Beograd. Possibly inject something a little bit more for them. Do you agree, Antonis?
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned Nicola, defensive player for Adelaide United, can suit them defending the lead, but definitely for FK Beograd, Ivanic and Shearer had impacts at different points of this season. They'll need them today. I'm sure we'll see them off the bench, and I think that's at least Ivanic that's getting ready to come on, actually. So we'll see. He might be called nice and early here around the hour mark.
Malwal Nicola also an international champion as well with the Joeys at the ASEAN Under-16 Boys Championship alongside this man here, Amlani Tatu! Strike comes off the post, and it was a golden opportunity for him to get on the score sheet for today. Ball comes in at the back post. Here's Ayubi. We'll go out for the corner.
Incredible effort there by Amlani Tatu, and you're used to seeing these hit the back of the net, and post does Beograd a big favour here, keeping this at 2-0.
Ball comes in. And it's been called for a foul.
Yeah, foul on the goalkeeper there, as we saw earlier in the half on Ethan Cox. The referee staying consistent with his goals. Great to see, but you could see Stanisic was upset with himself for not getting his header on that, giving a header to the post instead after in frustration. But a double change here for FK Beograd, and it looks like Massimo Falco and Ninka Beric are coming off for Maxim Ivanic and Akihiro Koike. Again, Massimo Falco hasn't had the effect he usually has on games. Quite nice for the rest of it.
Yaya Dukuli also comes off the pitch as well.
John Paul Mbembe, who we've seen at centre-back before, but can play as a defensive midfielder, and that's where he's at today, to add a bit more steel in the middle of the park for Adelaide United, who will look to add to their lead, but definitely want to maintain it as well.
The regular captain of Adelaide United coming off the bench to try and make his way in. And that pass can't get through. Here's Clark. Banjak. Manadakis. Amlani Tatu gets there first. Ayubi. Amlani Tatu has a bit of space to run onto. Will get the ball in, keeping it in play only into the chest of Jared Clark. Here's Udai Koike. Akihiro Koike going for the header as well as Ryan White, but neither of them really winning the ball. Mbembe. He'll receive it back here. Stanisic.
Just quickly with this foul, I think we've had with the subs, we've had a bit of a change in how these teams line up. Udai Koike has found himself at right back, where Massimo Falco was before. And also the front three of Adelaide United looks like Garuccio, Tatu, and interchanging between Austin Ayubi, who's there, but also Fabian Taladero, who seems to be having more of a free role on the ball now.
Here is Fabian Taladero, looks to take it on his left.
Yeah, I guess that adds a bit of unpredictability to Adelaide United in the final third, with obviously a player like Dukuli going off, and now an attacking player, and a more defensive player coming on in John Paul Mbembe.
Leon Bruno still with the ball. He's looking for Constantopoulos. Here's Crawford. Maybe he could get through. Well done there. He's got Anthony Trimboli in front of him. Needs to win that foot race. Beograd still with it. Neon Kuru. Pass not good enough for Manadakis, and now Ayubi. Austin Ayubi against Alex Banjak. Gets into the box, takes it past. Touch was too much though. Akihiro Koike couldn't pull that one off. Mbembe. Into the path of Jean-Paul Mbembe. Joey Gruccio has to chase after that one. White. Crawford at right back. Probably hasn't had the opportunity like he normally would, being at right back today, to put in those balls that he'd normally like to. But still managed to get on the score sheet.
That's it. And again, you can see that Beograd has really tried to limit.
Here's Ayubi. He might have an easy one here. And Austin Ayubi makes it 3-0 after a mistake, costing FK Beograd.
That's it, Seb. You can see at the end of the half, you put yourself in a really difficult position, because if it was still 1-0, again, it gets a bit tougher now, but 3 goals is quite a mountain to climb here, and Ayubi manages to get that goal. Now, just before that interception happened, I was about to say that Beograd has done well to limit those wide areas that someone like Crawford or even and Austin Ayubi really thrive in, but Ayubi really did well to pounce on that mistake there to make his own luck and get on the score sheet today, making it 3-0 for Adelaide United.
So, again, just looking towards the table, Adelaide United still find themselves in 6th spot, with FK Beograd just behind them on 28 points. Adelaide United on 29, as well as Croydon are with their current lead against Adelaide Comets, which they look like they can hold late into stoppage time of that second half. Koike looking to turn. Trimboli couldn't get it on target. Full time also over at Regency Park between Croydon Adelaide Comets, Adam Martinello and Luke Klimek, both scoring to get Croydon the 3 points. Makes it even more interesting than it already is, Antonis.
Yeah, tell you what, Luke Klimek knows when to get a goal, because he's got so many important goals for Croydon over his career, and that's another one today, is Croydon enter the final round with a chance of finals football. We'll see how it plays out for them, but I'm sure there's still about 100 twists in that race.
Well, this result, I think, helps them a little bit as well, with FK Beograd currently 3-0 down, puts them both on equal points with 28 apiece going into the final round. Adelaide United on 29.
Well, that's it. FK Beograd came into this round with advantage of holding that position. As it stands, they've lost that advantage, so they're on even ground with Croydon. But yeah, it looks like if it stays this way, Adelaide United will be heading into the last round with advantage. And again, a lot of question marks there. Who plays for Adelaide United next week? How does Adelaide Croatia do? Are they safe as Cox drops the ball there before it's clear? But yeah, many questions in this final race still to be answered.
Foul by Adam Leon Bruno, I think, just for an arm in the back of Joey Garuccio. Look from this angle. Of course, FK Beograd and Croydon play each other in the final round at One Solution Park. Adelaide United have got Adelaide Croatia Raiders, who can't be relegated, but also can't make finals at the same time. I think they're the only side that's really in limbo, with really they're just sort of safe to continue on.
I think they're still in danger, if my maths is right. I think if Olympic wins the next two, it's, again, I don't think that will happen, but the maths still available as Beograd's here in limbo, but Signorello will will be able to pick that ball up. So,
no, you are right.
Yeah, still a bit to play out here. Who knows with the way Olympic have brought back their season from the dead, if they can still do something. But my God, Croatia sleeping a lot more comfortably than they were last night, a couple of nights ago.
Kasumovic goes back to Ethan Cox. So we are into the 70th minute now with 20 to go. Adelaide United look to be having the 3 points this afternoon.
Minutes to go. I think the last game I commentated with you, Adelaide United have 4-0 lead at this point, and it ended up being a draw. So crazier things have definitely happened.
Can't be saying that again.
Exactly the line we used as Austin Ahubi comes off, and Jack Porter is coming back on. It's great to see him back on the field for the NPL side. He's had a few struggles, injury, and I believe with his health as well, so it's great to see him on the pitch doing what he loves. Came off the bench for the reserves as well, but we know that in previous seasons he's been playing NPL football, definitely a capable player. Great to see him on
played in the Australia Cup last year, if my memory serves me correct as well, against Northcote, I think. Offside.
And someone like Moussa Touré getting a transfer away, who knows what he can do in the coming months.
White. United happy to really just take their time and not rush anything at this stage. I suppose their objective now is really just to keep a clean sheet, which they don't tend to do too much. Tatu puts the ball in the back of the net there, but he's offside.
Just a nice little touch over. I think anything more powerful would have thrown it to a yellow card. Beograd will go to the bench as well. Craig Shearer on, Jason Konstantopoulos off. And it looks like
Panayotis Manadakis coming off the pitch.
And I think that's Ethan Harrison, or Harrington rather, that's going to come on. I believe this may be his NPL debut, don't quote me on that, but saw him play in the reserves a few weeks back. Looks like a tidy young player, so great to see him make the pitch for the senior side.
Ball over the top. We'll go for the corner. Ball goes in swinging, headed only upwards. Ethan Cox comes out strongly to collect and does really, really well. Very confident from the young goalkeeper. Can also call himself an A-League goalkeeper. Had that appearance against the Central Coast last season in the final round, in place of James Delianov. Ethan Cox also looking to be the second choice goalkeeper for the upcoming A-League season as well. Here comes Ryan White, takes it past one, might just need the strike. Just takes it right towards Jamie Signorello. rather than to the corners.
Yeah, did very well there to get that position, but right to Signorello. But he'll get another chance.
That's a lovely ball. And a lovely goal tapped in by Ryan White.
He was never going to make a mistake from there. And then a lovely ball in the box there, that was. And Ryan White gets on the score sheet. Quite a week for him. Both boys that made their professional debuts in Ryan White and Harry Crawford get the goals today. One to begin the game, 1-0, and now one to make it 4-0. So quite a week for both of them. Professional debut and a goal in the NPL here to take their team into the top 6.
49th goal of the season, Adelaide United. Puts them to a goal difference of only -6. This, my math serves me correct, puts Beograd at a goal difference of exactly 0. Foul by Tawadera. Free kick to come in. Delivered into the box, headed upwards. Koike and Shearer both taking on the strike. Shearer, I think, got the final connection, and it was a good save having to be made by Ethan Cox in the end.
It's one of those animes where both players take a shot at the same time. Collective foul behind it, but a fantastic save from Ethan Cox, who, after conceding 4 last week, seems very adamant of keeping this clean sheet.
Had to really reach for that one as well. It was a good strike on target.
Great reflexes, yeah, especially with the sun shining on his face.
He's got that hat.
That's it.
Foul on. He starts with a free kick. Just over 10 minutes left to play. 15 left over at Para Hills and Campbelltown, who are still at a 0-0 scoreline. Here's Crawford. I think he knows he's conceded the foul there and even the yellow card as well, Adam Leon Bruno.
Damage limitation at this stage.
Two-man wall for FK Beograd. 2 players over the free kick for Adelaide United. Gruccio to put the ball in. And FK Beograd make a change.
That's Matt Mayo. might be coming on. Anthony Trimboli. 4-0 down. You don't need your senior players on there, so giving him some rest before going again in the final round. Anthony Trimboli. Matt Mayo comes on. That's their last outfield player from the bench, with only Josh Kavanagh remaining on the bench, unused. There might be blood or something with Maxim Ivanic, because Eric Foots has still just told him to go to the bench. Doesn't seem very happy about it. Can't quite tell from here what the issue is, but there is an issue, and that's what's delaying this restart. And he's off the pitch now.
Momentarily down to 10.
Might be an apparel problem.
Maxim Ivanic still just in his underwear at the moment.
He just had a change of shorts, might have had the wrong shorts on or something.
Here's Shearer, takes it on his left foot.
He remains off the pitch.
Mbembe, Shearer tries to muscle him off the ball. Porter will get a second bite at the cherry. Ball over the top for Taladera. Very strong front band jack, and fair in the eyes of the referee as well. And Mbembe gets in the way. Richo couldn't get through. Harrington. Koike. Back with Akihiro Koike. Over at the paddocks, finally a goal is scored. Campbelltown now 1-0 up against Para Hills, which puts them into a bit of peril.
Peril which they remain in, because that means if South Adelaide wins today, they jump 2 points over them on the ladder, and that will mean for the first time this year, Para Hills with a round to go will drop into the relegation zone. It's very worrying for them. They still have time, but even a draw doesn't work for them, because a Adelaide Olympic win will still see them jump over them. They need a win today, Para Hills, to ensure that they don't finish this round in the relegation zone. Again, still Adelaide Olympic have to get the job done against South Adelaide. That was a draw last time, I believe. That doesn't help them.
Meyer. Ball taken off him. Goes back with Jared Clark. Down in the State League as well. Sturt 3-2 up against Western Strikers. Adelaide victory 1-1 against Cumberland United. All these games with about 10 minutes to go. Fulham and Burkalla still at 0-0 with 10 minutes to go. Blue Eagles and Cobras. Blue Eagles 3-1 up at home. Salisbury United versus Playford at Playford, 50 minutes in, a 2-2 draw currently. And Vipers 1-0 down to West Adelaide.
The top two both dropping points as it stands, so each of them has a chance to claim that spot for their own. Done here by Garuccio.
Lovely footwork from Joey Garuccio here.
Does well to win the ball back too.
Joey Garuccio just tries to be a bit tricky. Ball looks long, it will just reach Jamie Signorello. So, just looking at the table now, Campbelltown are in third spot, which puts them, if Metro lose tonight, puts them with an opportunity to win the league.
You're right. I don't think that's a possibility anyone's talked about, to be honest with you.
Campbelltown and Modbury both on 38 points. If Metro don't get any points tonight, it's only a 2-point gap. If then Metro...
Even the draw opens it up next week.
Absolutely. Para Hills on 22 points. And as you said, if Olympic do get the win over South Adelaide, Para Hills then enter that relegation spot, or that second to last relegation spot, that bottom one already taken by South Adelaide on 11 points. FK Beograd in 7th place. So, just trying to make sense of this table at the moment.
But you know what? Next week, simultaneous kickoffs.
Even better.
We've got a potentially a premiership to decide. We definitely have relegation to decide. Oh,
they're in!
Here's Maxim Ivanic that gets one back for FK Beograd. 3 minutes to go. And again, I'd say crazy things have happened. I'm not sure they have. As we still try to make sense of the table. But yes, it's good to see the young forward getting a goal on his, another goal on his resume for this season, which you can describe as a breakout season with him, I'd say. I think this is the season where he solidified himself as a first-team player. I think Ethan Cox will be pretty upset not to leave with a clean sheet tonight.
56th goal conceded for Adelaide United this season. Now puts FK Beograd back to a positive 1 goal difference. But still without the 3 points for the time being. Jared Clark in the way there. It's a good header down from Maxim Ivanic to get one back for FK Beograd. Ball comes in, easily captured by Signorello. Not long left to go in this match. Can't help but be excited with what awaits even tonight and next round. Here's Joey Garuccio. Just puts it into the path of Jake Porter. Brilliant pace to get there first. The save falls to Amlani Tattoo out on that wide left side. Pass goes back to Jean-Paul Mbembe. Now with Ryan White. Ball over Harry Crawford. Keeps it in play.
I think Seb Ball were trying to make sense of that ladder. Look up, Lazovic also came on for Adelaide United. Maybe just a quick look I'm having. I think it was from Fabian Taladero.
Poor pass. Ball goes wide. Craig Shearer with it. Might just look to add something late on. There's Maxim Ivanic again.
Adrian Deloy will be asking where's this been the majority of the game, because they have looked to threaten them.
Well, the start of the second half, they were quite good.
At the beginning of the half and the end of the half.
Really, both halves, to be honest.
And then you look at conceding a goal with the last touch of the first half. That's avoidable. You look at conceding a goal with a mistake, a Yumi's goal, and you start thinking, well, we've kind of lost this game ourselves. Again, obviously against a high-quality side, but when you look at those little moments, you could think it could have been a very different game, as Ivanic continues having a real impact off the bench.
Ivanic has options in the middle. Cox makes the save, but takes out a player in the process as well. Looks to be all right.
I think Cox very keen to push him into position to play. The FK Beograd plays offside there instead.
Bruno. At the referee's discretion now for the rest of the match. Into 90-plus minutes. This is the ball for Craig Shearer. Might look to take the left-footed strike. Deflects off a defender. I think it might have been on target as well. Foul on Mbembe. Pass just slightly wayward to Mayo Koike. Stanisic, Cox clears. Leon Bruno. Just more confidence to take them into the final round against Croydon now Beograd. I think even a goal will just give them that little bit extra.
Isn't that a massive 6 points at set?
Jared Clark with a solo run. Couldn't get that final ball through. We still play here into the just about 3rd minute of additional time. Will that be kept in play? No. Para Hills, Campbelltown now into additional time there as well. That one all of a sudden we've realised has also become very crucial.
All eyes go to the final 2 games for both premiership and relegation conversations.
Here's Koike. Looks to take the ball wide. Cross comes in. Ryan White's there on the penalty spot to defend. And Cox handled well. Fourth minute of additional time now. Gruccio. Now Crawford. He's onside. Jake Porter has White and Blazovic in the middle. Porter wins the corner. Knights look to take this right in the corner and just waste time away. No, they decide to put the ball into the box. Koike.
Yes, if there's ever a time to try a new corner routine, it's additional time with being 3 goals up.
Eric Ford-Sestili calls full time on what is a 4-1 win for Adelaide United. Crucial to enter the final, but that means FK Beograd go into the final round needing points to make the final top 6 and enter finals football.
Points and a result. They'll need a favour from good old rivals Adelaide Croatia Raiders when they take on Adelaide United. So time will tell how deep that one cuts, that rivalry. But yes, we're done here today. 2 games still to go. In about 5 minutes, we kick off our Metro Stars, where Danny Greystone's team can win the premiership for 2nd consecutive year. Meanwhile, 6 p.m, Adelaide Olympic can make it very interesting, and it can put Parry Hills in the relegation zone for the first time this year with a round to go. Or relegation might be confirmed for themselves too. No. no, my maths was off. No, they're still alive in the final week regardless, but it might be a very big night for them.
Absolutely.
Can put them in the driver's spot in the last week. Whatever happens, they're alive next week, so make sure you watch.
Every game that's left is sure to be an exciting one. Don't miss a minute of it over these next couple of weeks. But for us here, that's all for tonight. Final score here at Service FM Stadium, Adelaide United 4, FK Beograd 1.